to see everyone. Welcome back to Star Player 1. I'm Brand Knight.
And I'm Shirayuki.
Working out today with Code Realize, Bouquet of Rainbows. Last time we left off, we learned more about Impey's Pass. And let's get right into it, because we're so close to the end of the game and I just want to beat it.
I think that's true.
Ooh, it's been a while since I've done the voice. That day, the day the old man died, I was supposed to be working on an experiment with him. We were prototyping an extremely small model of the gravity elevator. Elevator? What do you mean? Why am I talking about that all of a sudden? Don't you remember? We've been trying to get to the moon using a cannon, right? But when a cannon goes off with enough force to send someone to the moon, the payload has to withstand an immense impact. The force is so great that the initial acceleration would squash anyone riding inside the capsule flat. So, what do? We just need to give it the most gentle initial push that we can. But if there isn't enough velocity, it won't break Earth's gravity, and we won't reach the moon. That was our dilemma. The old man had a plan, though. We just needed to make the capsule being fired out as light as possible. That way, we could reach a minimum force, but still reach a high speed. We could use a minimum force. It took the old man a lot of time to conceive the concept of the gravity elevator. Elevator? The logic behind it seems pretty amazing. Everything has two sides, like light and shadow, or north and south poles of a magnet. Same goes for the gravitational force that keeps us on this planet. There's an opposing force to the gravity, the force that essentially pulls matter together. The old man discovered that something he called a repulsive force. That pushes matter apart. By generating repulsive force, you can negate gravity and bring an object's weight down to nearly zero. The old man went and made this astounding device that made this force. It was his life's work, a masterpiece. He showed me its interior workings and lectured to me about it, but all went right over my head. All I knew that this was an amazing achievement in technology. When he told me that he wanted me to join him in an experiment to actually test the device, I got chills. The experiment would only involve lifting a tiny little rock, since the device required a huge amount of power. Hey, it may not be coming across that way, but this is probably the biggest scientific breakthrough of the century. I was so excited I couldn't sleep the night before. We didn't know what was going to happen, so we decided to do it somewhere far away from the village. But the old man never showed up. I remember thinking, that old geezer, he's always on my case about being on time, as I headed back to the village. That's when I saw the British airships flying through the air above the trees. I had a bad feeling about it. Maybe they dropped a bomb or something. And when I got to the village, it was worse than I could have imagined. Everyone I found, without exception, was on the ground dead. It must have been excruciating. Their faces had the most hideous expression. There was no trace of a bombing or any kind of fight. I realized I must have been poison gas that did this to them. I really should have left that moment I figured this ad out. But I wasn't thinking straight. Before I knew it, I was running for the old man's house. And well, as expected, I found him dead. He left some sort of note. He wrote a message for me in a shaky hand. I'll be waiting for you on the moon. Aww. Show them all that dreams can come true. That's what he wrote. Gravity elevator. Alleviator. That's how you say it. I got it. It's alleviator. Was placed next to it. Took me about 3 episodes. That's all the message said, but it was enough for me. A few remaining survivors and I dug many graves and gave everyone proper burials. The other survivors from the village had nothing but hate for all humans. They hated science for bringing about such a terrible poison. Someone started talking about revenge. And someone else mentioned that the leader of our people, King Delacroix, was going to start a final counterattack. They started talking about joining him, but I didn't go. They called me a coward and a traitor. I guess it was pretty cold-hearted of me, but I just didn't feel any sort of anger in my heart. I was sad, and that was it. Science, something the old man and I had been striving and working to further, had caused something like this. I didn't think it was right. I left my village and went around to many other cities. I wanted to find out what happened, and think about what avenue of science I wanted to pursue.
I think of it, they should have an accent.
Who?
These people, because they're in London.
Yeah.
I started thinking about them, like, they should.
They might. We're ad-libbing.
Okay. He looks up at the moon once more, his profile determined yet always sad.
That's why I swore to myself.
Impey's voice is low.
Science isn't meant for war. Science needs to be full of people's hopes and dreams, and light. That's why I'm still going to carry out that old man's will, and show everyone that I can go to the moon. I'm going to show them how pointless it is to fight one another on this tiny planet. There's so much more we should be doing. We all work together with enough effort, we can reach the moon. But if we hate and kill one another, take things from each other and seek revenge for past deeds, we'll just keep going on through the same thing over and over. I just want to shout at them that they can do so much better.
Impey's fists are shaking slightly.
There are so many more interesting, amazing, worthwhile things. I want to go to the moon so I can convey that.
Ah, I understand now. Impey isn't mad at all. Even if his entire race was wiped out. Even if the old man who gave him guidance was killed. There isn't a modicum of anger in him. He's just so sad. The road keeps going down the wrong path. The right just forces are always so weak, and they are stepped on by the wrong forces until they vanish. This world can't seem to wipe its hate away. And I see why that would make him sad. Impey, the words pour out of me naturally. You're probably the kindest person in the world. You're not running at all. You've been fighting all this time. You've been fighting alone in the most difficult battle there is in the world. I may be a fake. I may be just a doll. I may not be worthy of you, but I still want to fight with you. No!
Yes!
I want to live alongside you.
Uh-oh, confession?
No! 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 Impey seems surprised to hear me say this.
Huh? You bring that up now? All this I'm not worthy stuff? Besides, you don't get to decide that. I told you so many times already that I love you.
But you just seem like the type who would say that to lots of people.
True.
You even told Lupin you loved him when we escaped from the Nihilist. So I figured it was the same for me, that saying I love you was a joke or something. When Impey heard this, his eyes grew wide. Did I say something strange? I became embarrassed and looked down. Don't laugh at me.
I mean, just... Sorry, hold on.
I'm being serious, you know.
No, I didn't realize that you were jealous of Lupin. Oh man, I didn't expect that. He's a man, you know.
If that's important to you, I'm not even a living thing. Impey gently raises an index finger in front of my eyes.
I see. I understand now. I get you, Shirayuki.
What are you talking about?
The reason why you can't smile from the bottom of your heart.
Huh? Impey looks straight at me.
I'm gonna say something pretty serious now. Make sure you listen really well.
I slowly nodded in return, sensing a strong determination in his expression.
When I found out that you were at that underground lab, I was astounded. I never would have imagined you were a homunculus. And when Nemo was saying that you didn't have a soul, I was surprised as well. I didn't even know that was possible.
Impey looks as if he's struggling to find the right words for what he's thinking. What else is he going to say to me? That's all I care about, but I'm scared I remain frightened as he talks. But
I thought it was amazing. Science is what people dream and hope about, and you're a child of science, so to speak. That makes you 100% pure hopes and dreams.
I'm made of dreams?
That's right. You're a miracle. A breathtaking, beautiful embodiment of dreams.
I'm awestruck by Impey's words. But you saw the bodies floating in the glass tubes. I can't think of them as hopes and dreams.
That's what they are, without a doubt. Even though you were born in a place like that, you're so beautiful, and it's a miracle you turned out so good and kind. Shirayuki, you give me hope. Science gave me the chance to witness miracles like you, lets me keep dreaming, and tells me if a dream is beautiful.
But I don't have any emotion.
Yes, you do.
Impey's energetic shout interrupts my gloomy voice. But Nemo said I'm just pretending to feel things.
What are emotions? What are feelings? Nobody really knows. Not even Nemo knows that. Spirit is one of the most complex mysteries in the world that science has yet to explain. I mean, I could very well be just an automatron pretending to be feeling things too. Matters of spirit and what it means to be alive. Nobody in the world truly understands those things. So you might as well believe what's in front of you. There's no need to doubt it. That's why I believe that the person in front of me, looking at me, up at me right now, that she has a heart, just as beautiful as her outward appearance. That's what I believe. I really do. So you do have feelings. That's all there is to it.
Are you sure?
Yeah, from the engineer's perspective, the results in front of my eyes are everything. Your words and actions come from you as you stand right here. I feel your spirit from those things. That's all you need.
I don't trust myself. What Father said to me long ago, it's still in my head. He said that I shouldn't love anyone, that the more I learned of love, the unhappier it would make me. Just saying these words made me feel like heavy chains are tying down my body. That I'm a monster. Whispering this makes Impey feel so far away even though he's right here next to me.
If you can't believe in yourself, there's no need to force yourself to.
I wasn't expecting to hear that.
There's no need to force an answer out of it. People spend their whole lives trying to figure out who they are. The answer's not that easy to find. So instead, just believe me. Oh.
Nope.
Oh.
No.
What's happening? What happened, Shirayuki? I can't read that.
No! I don't want to do this.
You can do it.
Impey gently brushes my cheek. No! No! His large, rough, warm hands melt my heart.
I'll be the closest person to you in all the world. I'll accept you, all of you, more than anyone else in the world. And I love you the most out of anyone in the world. Believe me. That's what it means to love.
I don't want to say it. I'm unable to respond, and all I can do is stare at Impey.
I'm actually proposing to you right now.
No! No!
Yay!
It could have been Lupin. This is too difficult.
You can do it.
Proposing? My voice catches in my throat. Impey smiles and shrugs sheepishly. Sheepishly.
Remember how I said you told me... remember how I said you had to do me a favor in exchange for my story?
Yes.
Will you spend your life with me, loving and being loved by me, Impey Barbacane?
No!
You can scream as much as you want. Your soul. Keep reading.
I look at him in surprise. No. Then I smile, thinking that maybe this is another joke. But he doesn't smile and just stares at me intentionally. It's a little sudden. I can't look him in the eyes and turn my face downwards.
It's an all-out war tomorrow, so I need to fight. I figured there was no better time to ask than now. What do you say? Will you accept my proposal?
We have to, because then we gotta
yes,
get to Lupin!
you do! You gotta accept it!
Oh,
I'm not gonna touch the controller. It's gonna be her. Shirayuki's gotta touch it. Go up to yes.
no! Oh, I always do that.
Click it.
No!
I like Impey. He's an okay guy, but like I'm with her. I wish it was Lupin who's doing this.
He's probably my almost my least favorite. Besides Saint Germain, it's just
Saint Germain. Let's go. Say it.
Yes, I accept. No! I smile at him. Now if we do Impey, I feel like you're cheating on him.
Seriously?
Seriously, it just feels really natural to me. No, it doesn't.
For real?
For real.
You're gonna marry him?
No!
Yeah!
Impey suddenly lifts me up and starts spinning us around. Impey, what are you doing?
I'm expressing my joy. Alright, let's make it through tomorrow together. Everything's gonna work out.
No, because I have to marry you and I don't want to.
No, I'll make it work out. After all, your lover is the world's greatest engineer.
No, it's a gentleman thief, that's what it is. I agree.
Yes, you do. Oh, I want to ask you for another favor. Can you marry our love? Would that be alright?
If it's something I can do.
Oh, here comes the kiss. Yes. Oh. Yes. Can you say, I love you?
No, I can't! I can't!
It's right there, Shirayuki. You can't deny your feelings. Go ahead. Go ahead. We're waiting.
Why is this so difficult?
Just close your eyes and say it.
I love you. There you go.
Whoa, one more time.
No! Oh my goodness. Wait, it's a question now.
Yep, go ahead.
I love you.
Yeah, one more time.
No.
Please.
Why does
This time we're feeling. Let's keep going. Let's keep it going. We gotta get through this.
Oh, thank goodness, I don't understand. I love Impey. I'm not complaining, but how many times are you going to make me say it, Impey?
Forever, as many times as you can.
I can't even say it once.
How long can we make this episode?
Impey laughs when he says this, and it makes me smile as well. Before I know it, the dark mood I was in has lifted. That was like most of the difficult. Oh, I skipped.
Then after a while.
We're sitting next to one another, staring at the moon. It's all happening tomorrow. Impey nods in silence. I wonder if Victoria even has a chance against him.
Regardless of whether or not she has a chance, in her case, she probably doesn't have a choice but to fight. If she doesn't fight, it would mean that London faces defeat. There's no way she can back down from this.
Do you think it'll be a tough battle?
Yeah, still, I'm trying to take care of this, no matter what. I just don't have any good ideas.
Oh, that's right. Impey has come out for a walk because he was feeling stuck. If the gravity
Alleviator
is at the core of the Nihilus, it would be convenient if it would just break down.
I don't know about that. I'm sure Nemo's been very careful with it. We shouldn't get our hopes up too high. For that, Wait a minute, what'd you say?
What is it, Impey?
A breakdown. Why didn't I think of that?
What about a breakdown?
Thank you! You're a complete genius! We might be able to stop the Nautilus!
Huh? You're thanking me?
Like a good woman supporting her man. That's right, it's your idea. Let's go back to Sainy G's mansion. I need your help with something.
What?
Sainy G. I like that. I want to call him Sainy G now.
Impey tugs my hand and starts running, and I hastily follow along.
Just watch.
Impey turns back to me and smiles like a little boy.
Your beloved Mr. Impey is about to brilliantly resolve everything at once. Oh, we got through that.
That was the most difficult thing.
Chapter 13, final chapter.
Okay, thank goodness. I don't know how long I could take this.
Fly to the moon. There we go. We're close to the finale here, audience.
The soft and gentle chirping of birds awakens me from slumber. The rustling of treetop branches adds to their beautiful melody. There's a big battle waiting for us today, but the day starts unbelievably peacefully. Huh? I slowly open my eyes and see an endless sky spreading above me. White clouds slowly drifting through it, soaking in the morning sunlight. Where am I? I realize that a blanket has been placed over my shoulders, and I hastily get up. Did I fall asleep? As I grow more aware, my memory gradually comes back to me. Last night, we went to Impey's studio on the mansion's grounds. I was helping Impey make a mysterious device. All I can really do is pour some tea for him or handle other minor chores. I was helping him until close to dawn when I started to doze off. Impey, where are you? There's not much time before our mission. I wonder if the device is finished. I became worried and call out for him, and he appears from the far end of the room.
Oh, you're awake. I was thinking of coming to wake you up when the coffee was ready.
I'm sorry. I fell asleep before we could finish.
It's all good. Seeing your cute sleeping face totally recharged my motivation.
You were watching me sleep?
Yes.
I look down in reaction to the face Impey makes. I shake my head and try to change the topic, but my face is probably very red. What happened with the device?
It's all done. Thanks to you, love. Obviously.
Impey hands me a mug of coffee, then takes out a round device about the size of his hand. At first glance, it's hard to tell exactly what it is. I intentionally didn't ask while you were making it. But what is this thing supposed to do?
It's pretty much something that'll let us pinpoint a critical defect in the Nautilus and strike.
The Nautilus has a critical defect?
Yep, it's got a major Achilles heel, and Neo probably doesn't even know about it.
Impey says this with a mischievous air, then holds up the device and smiles at me. A few short hours later, the main players in the mansion have gathered at the palace at the request of Impey, the gravity alleviators designer.
It's hard word to say, I know.
The rows of people here, aside from myself, include high-ranking people such as
Politicians
and military leaders. Among them is Britain's Queen Victoria. I stand beside Lupin and the others watching Impey as he stands in the center of the room.
Hey, Impey said he had some sort of secret plan. Have you heard anything about it?
I don't know the details, but he said it's a trump card that will completely turn the tide of battle.
Turn the tide. I'm a little worried. I'm not concerned. There are huge problems with his personality, but as an engineer, he can be fully trusted.
I look up at Van Helsing in surprise. I hadn't expected this from him. It's rare for you to praise anyone, especially Impey.
Praise? It's merely a fair evaluation. When it comes to his engineering and cooking skills, he's one of the best in all Britain. The way you said it almost sounds as if there are other qualities he possesses. All the other qualities he possesses useless. Am I wrong? Hey now, cut it out you guys. I can hear all of it.
Impey turns to us from the center of the room.
Just start talking already. You shouldn't keep these esteemed people waiting.
Lupin's right. All the military personnel and
Politicians.
politicians gathered in this room are looking at Impey rather severely. And understandably... What?
Understandably so.
Understandably so. This is the morning before a desperate fight to somehow take a stab at the Nautilus.
And we'll have to do that in the next episode. So if you guys would, confess your feelings in our post that subscribe button right down below. Leave a like, comment if you guys would. And as always, we'll see all of you in the next Star Planet 1 episode. Bye!